Hi, it's Real Wild the Honey Badger here with my little girl. She's going to spend some time with me today. It's getting to our January questions. Sorry it's been so long. It's been a busy month. I had pneumonia, just trying to get caught up, but we'll try and keep up with this for you. So, okay, one of the questions is just wanted to ask about grip placement on the bow. How should it be? I put mine down my line. So it sits like that, and I want it relaxed. I don't want to put a lot of pressure, build with my heel, any of that. If I go down that line, it keeps the heel out of play. It'll put it in there, and it's just to relax and let the bow push in. I don't like some of the guys who are doing higher wrists. The new Hoyt has an option to put a higher wrist in. I found that if I go a higher wrist, it builds the tension. You can see it go down my arms, and it'll make me bow arm it or fire it. So I like to have just more of a go down that line, push it. In fact, if you just take and push up and in, it'll seat itself. Let it sit there, relax, and boom. What side bar sight would you recommend for 3D? I don't shoot a lot of 3D, but the best sight out there is the Excel, which answers his next question. Are you using the Excel? Is that a special order color for your teal bow that I'm running? Actually, no. That's the new color for this year. They come out with that just kind of to match the new Hoyt bows because they have so many. They figure that's going to be the hot color of the year, so... If you want, make sure and get with your Lancaster or True Ball and get your one ordered because for 3D or whatever, the Excel is the best sight on the market, bar none. Okay. What kind of wrap do you use on your grip? The wrap I use on my grip is a Wilson Pro Tennis Racket Overlight grip. Not a big heavy one, just something nice and thin so that it keeps my grip from slipping if I get wet outside or anything like that. Do you have any advice for someone who is double jointed in their bow arm? Yeah, I can tell you, I am. Mine rolls up and in. I get a double joint like that just to keep it relaxed and I don't do a bent elbow, but a relaxed. If you go too strong, I feel like you build tensions. Just a nice relaxed elbow. Do you shoot 23s, X23s or X27s? And what is the difference? I actually use them both. The X23s are the smaller diameter for using for world archery, and their rules have a 9mm, which the X23 fits in perfectly. I do use the X27s for like Vegas, Lancaster. A lot of the tournaments in the United States, they allow you to have the bigger arrow, so I will run them, and that is the difference, is just the size of the arrow. The best way to train for a competition. I would say shooting the round you're going to be shooting. If you're going to be shooting a Vegas round, shoot a Vegas round. Shoot 2 ends for score and score it. Something similar to what you're going to see or what you're going to do so that when you get to the tournament and that, you have an idea where you're at, so you don't expect too much. What did you do in the off season with your exercise? Exercised a lot. I spent a lot of time on a treadmill, a lot of time on, I have a bench that's inverted, so I do a lot of setups, some curls, some different weightlifting, nothing too big, nothing too heavy, because I wanted to stay strong and not bulk up, but just to keep myself toned. So a lot of that was a lot of time on the treadmill. I shoot a back tension release. I find myself running out of air before the shot fires. What is the best breathing exercise and way to stay steady while at full draw while breathing? Is there a perfect breathing cycle during pulling and execution? What I do is I breathe out as I come to full draw because the less air inside your body, the less it's going to move and shift like that. That comes from rifle shooters and everything else like that, is to exhale, have as little air in your body as you can. The thing with holding your breath, the more I do cardio, the better I can hold my breath and last longer. So I think that's a big part of working on it, and that's why a lot of my time has been spent on a treadmill this year so that I can stay with the shot a little longer and feel more comfortable with that. Will too short or too long of a draw length cause you to torque your bow and tear paper sideways? Yes. I mean, paper tuning is a neat thing to have to kind of give you a starting point, but the people who sit here and say, well, I can't get a left tear out or I can't get a right tear out, what's funny to me is the paper will show your problems as much as it shows the bow's problems. So what I use it for is a slight starting point. It's never the Bible. It's never anything. It is a starting point of where I want to get. How do you hold up all the stabilizer weight out front? Work on it. It's not something that happens overnight. And if you look, a lot of guys, Mikey Sosner, A lot of the guys that are shooting have gone to more weight out front. It's more stable, and as you get more nervous and everything, it holds the dot more in the middle, so it's more of a thing to have, and it keeps you more in that realm. When you consider a rest, what is a really good one? By far, I can't say anything about it. I mean, I've had other companies offer me more money to shoot their product, everything like that. It's the Spot Hogg Edge or the Infinity. Both of them are great rests. The Edge is a new version of the Infinity that locks out, allows you to change your blade angle so that it's perfectly where you want it. It's all micro adjust. They're just brick solid. And the nice part is the micro adjustability. Everybody else out there that does a micro adjustability has a lock screw on it that will bend the way that you adjust it. So with the Spot Hogg, there's no lock on it. It stays in place. You can micro adjust it left or right, up or down. And I would go out on them to say that's one of the most successful rests out on the market. It's been around since Golden Key, when Spot Hogg built it for Golden Key, to now Spot Hogg's just doing it themselves. So if you get a chance, the Edge is one of the best rests to get. And that is the rest I am using. Thanks everybody for watching. And make sure and subscribe. We'll just try and keep getting these videos out as much as we can. And I hope you enjoy and learn a lot.